Baltimore, get ready. It's time to kick off the 2021 InspireHIM Awards, presented by AnyoneRides.com and Express Care. And now, your host for the evening.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Hey,
what's
welcome.
the deal? What's going on?
How you doing, Ryan? You looking good?
I'm looking sharp, man. We got a big thing going on tonight.
Big day, man. Big day. Welcome, everyone, to the 2021 InspireHIM Awards, presented by AnyoneRides.com, home of the $6,000 trade, and Express Care while waiting to ER.com.
That's right. Tonight, Chop, is all about the InspireHIM Awards. We're celebrating the brothers in the community that are doing some big things, nominated by the people, too, man. That's what's really cool about this.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And we have some dope conversations. You know, we got special invited guests, special performances, and all tonight's winners will win the $200 cash prize, an InspireHIM Award, and a candle gift box courtesy of Conscious Candles.
Oh, my goodness. I can't wait to see who's going to win all these different awards, man. We got Outstanding Family Man Award, the Entrepreneurship Award, Community Outreach. We got a lot of awards to give away tonight, Chop.
Yes, we do, man. But before we get into all of that, let's bring out some of our men of Radio One Baltimore, right?
Let's do it.
You hear him on the radio. Now you can see him celebrate the night with us live, baby.
Fellas, what's up? Hey! Where the fellas at? There they go.
Yeah. There they go.
Yo.
There they go.
What's up?
What's up?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the men of Radio One. How about that?
Yes, indeed.
What's up, fellas?
We happy. Can we y'all introduce yourselves? I don't know who's gonna go first or who's gonna go last.
Okay, well, I'll go first. It's Konan right here on Magic 95.9 there. And of course, welcome to all the fathers. Okay, that's what we doing. Represent for the fathers.
Yeah, I'm BJ from 92Q through a show called Brian's World. Happy to be here. Happy Father's Day.
Where we at? It's your man Quicksilva. It's quick.
Yes.
3 to 7, man. Of course, right here on B-More's 92Q. And happy early Father's Day to all the amazing dads in the world.
Yeah. Of course, most important, happy Father's Day to all of y'all. I'm Kelson. You know,
you as well.
You know, I'm 92Q everywhere. I'm there.
And before we go any further, Kelson, you have a book that's coming out here today.
No, it's out now.
It's out. It's out.
He said correct.
Yeah.
Get it up, Chop.
Just the two of us.
All right. So we got to shout out to you. That's a perfect Father's Day gift.
Definitely. Thank you.
Awesome. Definitely.
And the producer of the show was telling me that they catching me looking up at the little projector screen for the words because I got my glasses on and I really can't see. All right. So let's do the first award of the night. Why not, right? Outstanding Family Man Award. A lot of time the fathers do big things. All right. All of us are fathers. DJ got a baby on the way, so he'll
Whoa.
Breaking news.
That's right, man. Tonight, this award goes to a great man. He believes in himself. He listens to his family. He's put his family first as a priority. I need everybody to put your hands together for DeJuan Lambert.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing?
What up, D-Dub?
Congratulations.
What's up, man? Congrats, brother.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. I'm truly excited about this award. When I was nominated, it blew my mind. And as a man, some people say men don't cry, but when I was told, I was on my way home and I said, what? And it just blew my mind because someone to think of me, little me, right, to nominate. Because I love my family, and not only love my family, I love my community and my young people that I help service in the community. So what made me really love family is I ain't have a father. I didn't.
Wow.
And I vowed to God and myself that, hey, God, as long as you keep me in perfect peace, my mind stayed on you, I'm going to be the best father I can be to my kids and be a great example for my kids. So, and fellas, I have a blended family, so I love all my kids. all 5 of them.
Nice.
Hey, congratulations, brother. Well deserved, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
and that's the way to do it too, especially with a blended family, man. Making sure that everybody get the same amount of love, because there's nothing like that, man.
Right.
And a lot of us can relate, man. A lot of us, grew up the same way. We lost our dads at a young age. And I always say, I mean, just kind of piggybacking off what you said, I think that made me focus so much on family, because I remember saying to myself, I lost both my mom and dad at a young age. So when I have my own family, I'm going to go above and beyond, because I know what it's like to grow up without that mom or dad, especially that dad in your life. So kudos to you, my brother. It's not easy, but it's possible. You're walking testimony of that.
Thank you.
With you not having a father figure, was there someone you looked to or saw, you know what, I want to, follow those footsteps?
So I had mentors coming up, a couple mentors. I went to Lyndhurst Elementary in the village. So we used to have mentors that used to stop by. My older brother, my older cousin, even though they used to beat us up a lot.
That's how it was. That's how it goes.
Yeah. So they were some mentors to me and my uncle. They was mighty mentors. And, I went to church. I had some mentors in there. Actually grew up in Pentecost Baptist.
Come on, man.
So I had some great mentors throughout my life that guided me in the right direction. Did I stray away some? Did they have to come grab me by the neck and
we all did, brother.
Yeah,
we all did.
So yeah, I had some great mentors, some great ones.
If you could say something to your kids right now that I'm sure are watching this back home, what would you say to your kids?
I would tell them that I love them, and when I get up every day to put a uniform on to go to work, it's for you all. What I do is for them. I want to leave a legacy behind for them. So, I got to make sure I'm not going to be perfect doing it, but I'm going to make sure what I do is for them and let them know that I love them so much with all my heart.
Amen, brother. Amen, my brother.
One last thing. For those fathers that are struggling, because it's not easy, there's no handbook. We all go by trial and error. Those fathers that are trying to be an outstanding father, but just are losing their way, what advice would you give them?
Again, Mr. Konan, you said it right. We don't have a handbook. So we just have to go with what we feel is best with a great father, and also give them mentors, like Quick and Kelson said, get them mentors that will help you to be great, because you need them. And as Black men and Black fathers, we should be able to take correct criticism from each other, and take that feedback and be coachable. Be coachable and not down one another, because you get in my behind about me doing something that I'm not supposed to do. So if I can tell them something, be coachable. Just be coachable.
Well, one thing y'all said wrong, I can see Kelson, he already has it ready. There's a handbook. Y'all were talking, Konan. There's no handbook.
I saw the hands come out. I saw it come out. Hey, look, man, I also just want to say really quick as well, man, kudos to you and everything that you're doing. Definitely commendable. And I think one of the big things that I'm recognizing is that you're real with it, which is relatable. You know what I mean? These are experiences that these young men, young individuals are seeing. It's not just a one-sided, I'm perfect, I'm the best, I'm better. You are a relatable person. You talk about mistakes, they happen. You fall down, you get up, that kind of mentality, man. So I just want to say kudos, man. And thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, that's a great church you was raised in, man.
Hey,
for real.
We went to the church together, baby.
Your church is almost as great as Porkchop's bow tie. Almost.
Hey, what's your address?
Oh, man.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you again. And thank y'all for tuning in to the 2021 InspireHIM Awards. All been brought to you by courtesy of AnyoneRides.com, home of the $6,000 trade, and ExpressCare.com. Why wait in the yard.com? Why wait?
Why wait? No need.
Me.
You know what? And why wait? Let's move on to our next award. Is that about time? Is that it? Is that what's next on the menu?
Yes, sir. You, Mr. Ryan.
All right, let's do this. Well, the next award on the agenda tonight is our Education Award. And we all definitely know how important education is, right? You know, we coming from Radio 1, we know information is power, but education is a key. Education unlocks so many opportunities, right? Possibilities, you know what I mean? So it is a necessary thing that we get educated in so many different aspects of our life. So tonight, the Education Award, which they say is the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, men who are educators. We're talking about teachers, coaches, professors, people doing it in those kind of fields. And tonight's winner goes to none other. Please make some noise and give it up for Kareem Hayes. Kareem!
Yeah. There you go.
You like that intro, man?
Hey, I love that. I highly appreciate you, Ken.
My brother, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hey, first and foremost, man, it's an honor and a privilege to be in such a good presence of the rest of you kings. So I definitely highly appreciate y'all.
All right.
Congratulations, man.
See what I'm saying? When the brother start using words like kings, you know he on what level he on. He on that right level. So look, man, want to get to know you a little bit better because you're the first Educator Award winner in the 2021 InspireHIM Awards. So, man, that's awesome, man. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What school are you teaching? What are you doing? What's going on with you, bro?
Well, I'm a 2017 graduate of Morgan State University.
Nice.
You know, I graduated.
Home team.
Yeah, always. So, with all that being said, man, like my coach, girls varsity basketball at Parkville High School in Baltimore County. I think one of the greatest blessings for me is being able to go back to the school I graduated from. So, you know, just being a Parkville alumni and then being able to go back and, you know, coaching my girls is, you know, all the more just, you know, it just gives me a better influence and just like inspiration to keep going. So, father of two, my son goes to Archbishop Curley. My daughter's a senior at Chesapeake High School.
Nice.
Both of them highly into sports. So it's just pretty much in the nature, man. You know, just every day waking up and giving honor and praise to God because, you know, every day he wakes me up, that means he's not finished with me yet.
Come on now, he gonna start preaching early. I like that already. One thing I will say, man, once again, congratulations to yourself. Coaches are dads. Coaches are, I always say when you coach, if you have 2 kids and you coach 30, you have 32 kids.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you know, the coach becomes the father figure. So a lot of those boys, especially when you take girls, they need that father figure because a lot of them don't have that in the household. So kudos to you for stepping up and being a dad to even the people that you're coaching. That's major.
Thank you. It gets kind of strenuous at times because they don't know how to like pretty much decipher between if it's the dad side of me or the coach side of me. So a lot of times, you know, and they're female, so they're naturally emotional. So you got to cater to that. And then, but you know, at the end of the day, we all see eye to eye. And they're very protective of me, as if daughters would be. And you know, even down to coaching, man. A lot of people equate coaching to wins and losses, but I got girls going to Duke University, University of Maryland.
Wow.
That's where my win comes in. And if I get a text message saying, "Coach, you know, you're the best coach I ever had. I couldn't have done it without you," then that's my championship right there.
Amen.
You know, one of the things about being in organized sports is that we never forget the people that inspired us and our coaches that always give us a pat on the back. And I'm sure we all that have played sports remembers that coach that had an impact in your life. Like my football coach, even when I went away to college, I would call him for advice and talk to him about things that I was going through while I was in college because sports got me in college. I wasn't a super smart guy. But all those coaches that impacted me throughout the years, anytime I see them, I never called them by their name. I called them coach. Coach, man, I thank you for this. Thank you for that, coach. I thank you for being there. So you impact people in ways that you don't even know because they will always remember the lessons that you gave them. So, I mean, I congratulate you and give you kudos for that, like Ryan would say, because, man, you're making a difference in somebody's life that just needed a hug, just needed a little bit more self-esteem, just needed that extra push to get there because their parents either weren't home, weren't there for them, or something like that. So congratulations, bro.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate it, man. For me and my program is just bigger than basketball. I mean, down to teaching these girls morals and values as far as being on time, holding yourself accountable, respecting your elders, your staff, your faculty, respecting yourself first and foremost. It's just, just a program. I need my girls to be trained for the world that's ahead of them after they walk across that stage and grab that diploma. So,
how was it for you girls during the pandemic? I know a lot of kids emotionally were really really going through it because sports was something that mentally kept them sane. And then when COVID happened and they weren't able to play sports, how were they able to cope throughout the pandemic when sports wasn't there?
For my seniors, it was more heartbreaking only because they actually worked themselves. I've known these girls for 3-4 years, and they all of them prided themselves on making varsity. So to have their senior year taken away from them, it kind of like really demoralized them in a sense. But we held it together. We held Zoom meetings. Mental health is one of the biggest things that we preach, just learning about it out myself. So just mental health checks throughout the course of the week. Where are you at 1 to 10? Is your family okay? Are you okay? And how are your grades? Like just taking the, notoriety and them all connected. If someone walking out the door, the seniors like literally took the hands of the girls that's coming up and say, you know what? Though I may not touch the hardwood floor, like this torch is yours now. So,
I love it.
Man, we just always protecting each other.
Kudos to you,
your kids were into sports as well. That's something that you forced them into, or they just, generally got into it?
Now, one thing, again, for Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, is like you kind of just give them a little bit of everything, and then they'll let you know where you need to invest in. So my son had karate, soccer, t-ball, baseball, basketball, football. The round ball became his thing. And then my daughter, she's kind of lengthy like myself. So she was she ran track, cheerleading, and played basketball. So, they just need dad to show up. They want me to be in the stand. So that's all I can do. So that's all I can do.
That's so real, man. That's so real. I'm glad you said that because a lot of times I tell dads, I don't care how successful you are, you have to be in your child's life. Bottom everything, that's cool. But being something as small as being at the game and cheering when they make that shot, that means more than anything or any price tag you can put on anything that you purchase your kids. So kudos, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think even when they lose is the biggest thing. Just being there to pick them up. When they lose, that's the biggest thing. We all want to be there when our child wins, but again, like you gotta be able to assist your child when they lose too. So that's one of the greater life lessons that I for one was taught by my dad. So much respect to my dad. I love him so much, man. I love that guy.
And that's the dope thing about being a coach as well, man. It's that father figure. Situation, man. And you're doing a great job at it, brother, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. Again, to all my fathers, happy Father's Day. Without you, this thing gets ugly, but we stand 10 toes down, man. So you guys continue to be soldiers and men of God, and I love you guys.
Love you, brother. Keep it very good, man.
Brother. Love you too.
All love, bro. Yeah, keep going.
Got us in a special shout out to the sponsor of the 2021 InspireHIM Awards. Special thanks to anyonerise.com, home of that $6,000 trade. And also Express Care, Why Wait in the ER.com. Can't forget Conscious Candles for giving us a nice gift pack for all the winners tonight. Can't forget to also win $200. They'll win
big money
21 trophy. So big ups to all of our honorees tonight. BJ, what's going on?
Yes, sir, Kels. Appreciate you, bro. Now it's my pleasure to introduce you to someone, a man who truly understands the power of words, National Poetry Slam champion, Texas Grand Slam champion, and host. Please welcome Baltimore spoken word artist, Black Chakra.
Love the culture.
When a black father holds his son, it's reminiscent to how a black galaxy holds the sun. The shining, burning achievement made to brighten the darkness. It's that moment when a star aligns the palm that you know that you will raise a race. One that will cut through stereotypes, racism, hatred, any obstacles, no matter how optics view his skin tone. He heaven, not brimstone. He Huey X, King Ali Carter. He everything great. He not crack addiction. He crack glass ceilings. He is held tightly. Must know the heat of a loved one, so when this world becomes hell, it'll feel like love. They will treat him like he told. He will already be a diamond. He will swallow hurricanes and spit out hope, but To be black and powerful is to know that you look like a volcanic eruption, that your existence is a disruption to the social matrix, but your crown is always visible. They know you royalty. Know there are 365 days where this earth rotates around your smile, though the picture they will use when you are made obituary press will make you seem like the monster they want you to really be. Though there'll be days you want to be that monster, be careful. They make ghosts out of gods like us, make martyrs out of men who mirror miracles, make mourning out of mourning such as you. Your days must be bright, because your life does not have as long. You be sunlit obsidian, be nightlight when creatures in the closet, be healing hand to sick child. You be the hands that build revolution, the hands that write revelation, elevation. You be Egyptian statues defaced, but that just shows who knows more. You sow more. Elephants wait for you to command them. Your stare can reduce a man into atoms even when you're just a boy. Just a utopia in the uterus. There's a whole world that re-engineers itself because you exist, but you were born for this. Since the doctor told your mother she was crowning you are hip-hop, trip-walk, and hieroglyphics. You Michael Jordan and the River Jordan. Whether you walk on water or Kool-Aid, you are king. Never let them tell you otherwise.
Come on, y'all.
Strong, brother. Strong.
Black
That was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ed to the throne. That's dope right there.
Yeah, for real.
I was gonna give you all a piece, but I'm gonna hold off on mine for now.
Close the book, quick. Close the book.
All right, well, check us out. One fish, two fish. Red fish, blue fish. It's all about inspire he, not inspire we, because we become he in the of the moment. Understand, dad, dad, because the dad has to be the glue of the family.
Ooh, y'all not listening. Y'all not listening.
Come on. You can't give Quick that much time. I knew you were off, so good job, Quick.
Thank you, sir, man.
There you go, Quick.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is the 2021 InspireHIM Awards, of course, being sponsored by AnyoneRides.com, home of the $6,000 trade. Express Care, while waiting the ER. And once again, shout out to Conscious Candles for giving us some amazing giveaways today. Now, we have a whole panel full of not just men, but fathers. And I want to just go around the room, if you don't mind, and everybody just say who you are, if anybody just tuning in, and what Father's Day and what being a dad really means to you.
All right. Well, this is Konan. And, one of the things I will say about being a father is that it's commitment.
Absolutely.
It's time. It's understanding. It's patience. It's giving. And most of all, it's love. Mm-hmm. So when being a father, you have to go with the ups and downs because, as we talked about earlier, Kels, there is no handbook for being a father, and
I don't know.
Plug it, Kels. Come on.
Buy it and find out.
You learn from child. The thing is, you learn from trial and error, especially if you have more than one kid, because each of them is different. Each of their needs are different. Each of their personalities are different, and the things that they look at when they watch you, they both see differently. So the thing is that understanding that you're going to have to make some adjustments in order to move in certain directions that your kids are, because one of the things I don't believe in is telling the kid, wait a minute, I got something to do. Hold up, I don't have time. And those are the things that end up keeping the kid from wanting to share their imaginations with you, their dreams with you, and showing you the things they've created in their life. When they do some art, they think it's the best thing in the world. You have to encourage that. Yep, I love that. Take time. One of the things I do, my son, is as soon as he says, hey, Dad, I want you to see something. I want you to see this new thing I downloaded. I stop whatever I'm doing. If I'm on my computer doing work, I stop it. And I take time to listen and pay attention, because you never know how things are going to turn out for that one that you inspire. Mm-hmm. It could send them in a good direction or bad direction. Right. And a lot of us have grown up I'll say, from the streets to the radio, most of us, we went through some rough times in our lives, and we ended up doing something successful that our parents can be proud of now. And you want the same thing for your kids. One of the things I would say as a father, you always want better for your children than you had. That's it. And they may not understand that when they kids with the tough love or things that you do for them, but that is the ultimate goal, is to make sure that you can provide for them the things that you did not have and show them the right direction to go in. One of the things we need to do is teach money mechanics and teach our kids how money works, because they, for some reason, they think it grows on trees. I don't know where they get that from, but this industry might make them think that, but it don't grow on trees. You got to work for it. So being a father just means those things to me, and love is the ultimate one.
If I could jump in for a second, man, one thing I will say, you never know how much you love a person until you have a child. I don't care how much you love your spouse, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister. Until you have a child, it's a different type of love. Right. I'm blessed to have a son and a daughter. I call them the prince and the princess, Antonio and Ashton. And one thing I will say is that for my son, who's my firstborn, I'm raising him to be a better man than me. I'm teaching him things that I learned about trial and error, because I want him to have such a head start on the game. So a lot of things that I learned in my 20s and 30s, he's 13, turning 14, already knows these things. And I'm really trying to teach him to be better than I was at his age, and then 10 times better than I am by the time he's my age.
Right.
For my daughter, it's the opposite. I feel like it's not that I'm raising her, I'm more protecting her. Because I always say, as a man, at least for me, my number one is protect and provide. And for my daughter, I'm really protecting her from the man I used to be and teaching her right from wrong and what to look for. So I'm not sure how it is for you guys who have girls and or boys, if you have both. But I realize I raised them differently. I love them both equally the same, but the thought process of how I'm raising them are different. Is it like that for anybody else who has a boy and a girl? I'm not sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I want to piggyback off of what Co said, being a dad late in life. For me, Dallas is 6. So I became a father when I was 42. So it was hard. And I have a blended family. I'm taking care of my daughter. I don't even call her stepdaughter. None of the little words that come before that. That's my daughter. So one is 14, one is 6. Those dynamics of teenager and kid is very difficult to juggle at times. But looking at great fathers before me, I would like to give a big shout out to Quick, Cole, Ryan, Kelson. Y'all doing a phenomenal job. And all I can do to be a better father myself is take y'all trial and errors, take y'all good times, bad times, and just weigh it out and be like, let me try this. Because it ain't no handbook unless you got just the two of us by Kelson.
Come on, Kelson.
The plug.
Kelson.
Might put your head at the bottom, bro.
But you know what?
That's it. It's just, I enjoy being a father. That's all I wanted to say. I enjoy it.
Absolutely, man. It's an amazing thing. And I love that we all share so many things in common about being, dads. You know what I mean? Raising our kids. We all got the same kind of foundation, trying to make sure that our kids are better than us, right? We want them to have that head start, that give them that launching pad. So by the time they hit that street, they are running and blazing, right? And we're not too worried about, decisions that they're going to make, because we know that they got a great foundation to get a good jump on things. And I'm with you, Chop, man. I started late in life too, man. Zayden is 7 years old. My eldest son, Zion, is 13. And you're right. Even just having 2 boys, it's different because they're totally different beings. You know what I mean? They're totally different attitudes. They look at things different. They have different perspectives. One is a big time gamer. I'm sure you guys got gamers, right? You got a gamer, and I got one that is just super, just athletic, and just I can't keep him still. I can't do nothing. I can't tie him down. He's just always going, and it's about finding that balance. And like you said, fellas, we come together, we learn from each other, we learn from our parents, we learn from our father figures, right? Our coaches, and this is the amazing thing, man, about growth and passing this tradition on of manhood, man. So this is a beautiful thing, man. And I love this brotherhood of community right here. This is awesome, man. InspireHIM Awards. Yeah, put it up. Put it up.
Definitely.
One time for the dads of the world.
I think for me being the youngest, I had the youngest child on here. Besides BJ, whose child is, be here next year.
I'm on the sidelines for this one. Go ahead, Coach.
I think it's like, of course, we all got to work. We all got to pay the bills. But me having a girl, nothing coming before her.
Absolutely.
Nothing at all. Like me being a single dad by myself. I talk about it in just the two of us. But it's like us as parents, you gotta make that sacrifice and put the child first. Like nothing else should come before them. And so that's what, if I can say anything about being a father, you gotta make the sacrifice and put your child first. And me being a girl dad, bruh, I think I've been more emotional, cry more now than ever before, because girls, they so cuddly and they so, they girls. So that's been a process for me.
We got to get you a girl dad t-shirt available now at fashion.com.
There we go.
Tonight.
Y'all get it.
Like my daughter's company. We have girl dad and we have daddy's girl t-shirts available Father's Day if you need them. Okay.
Nice.
One of the things about daughters, though, they know how to pull on your heartstrings.
Yeah.
They know.
Come here.
Yeah. They know what to touch on. They know how to get something that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't have that. I
don't know where they learned it from.
Man,
my daughter would look at me, and she would look at me when she wanted something and be like, or say it, and you don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to break their heart. You're the first date. You're the first boyfriend. You're the first person to inspire them, to show them how life is going to be with a male. And you want to make sure that you give them the best experience, so that when they go pick a knucklehead, they already know this ain't my dad. So this not
my dad told me to expect this, so you gotta do that or greater.
Right, man. Y'all hit the nail on the head. Me and my daughter, we already have date night. We have date night. I've been to every daddy-daughter dance. When we have date night, I open the door for her, and I mean, like I really treat her like the princess that she is. And I think that's what it is. That's why I said it's different with girls and boys, because with my son, I am tough on him because I want so much better for him than I had in my life.
Right.
So if he does something, I really, really check him. My daughter, like Coach said, she burns the house down. It's the house fault for being not non-famous. What's wrong? Why weren't you prepared for the fire? House it's a different love, man.
Right.
Love, yeah. But
so, BJ, how is it waiting on a baby?
Well, first of all, we're gonna chill on that. Hold off on that.
He said, "Quick, your lines, keep the show going."
I did want to ask though, because it seems like it's just a lot of your past has to deal with type of father you are. So my question is, like how do you manage all of that? Like each of you, or whoever wants to answer, how do you manage that pressure?
I know for me, like Quick mentioned earlier, that both my parents died young, and so my grandparents raised me. But it's like I still wonder, like, what is it like having a mother and a father as an adult, And I think about it. So it's like I don't ever want my child not to feel like they're missing out on love. So I'm everywhere, always. I love you. I'm there, like I'm here, So I probably overdo it, but I don't want her to ever.
No such thing as overdo it with your kid.
Yeah, so that's important to me. Make sure I overdo it. Yeah, that's a word we use.
I'll tell you, Kelson, I wish my kids can come down here, but I literally tell my kids every single time I see them, I love them. And I mean, literally, if I'm leaving out, coming in, going to big, living, if I see them walking through the hallway, love you too, Dad. I mean, like I tell my kids, they hear it they hear it 100 times a day, but they feel it 1,000 times a day.
Right.
So I think that's so important to your kids have to know that mom and dad, whoever's in the house, especially dad, that we love you. We're here from you when you're right. We're here for you when you're wrong. And we're going to check you when you're wrong.
Right.
We're going to try to correct it and make sure you don't make that mistake again. So I think that's what a dad is for me. And that's back to the protecting. That's back to protecting and providing. When people get protected and provide, they think this provide means money. That's not the money. It's emotional. It's mental.
Guidance.
More guidance than money.
That's providing. Yeah. Absolutely.
We're going to keep this thing moving. Our 2021 InspireHIM Awards.
Crazy.
We come to the community outreach. And community is everything to each one of us because each one of us have served in the community. That's part of our job. That's part of what we do. The community outreach InspireHIM 2021 InspireHIM Awards is an effort to connect with organizations and persons and ideas that practice to the public. All right. Outreach takes an educational component that engages the community, in addition to the activities of providing services to any population who might not have access to those services. We say congratulations to a brother who will say, walk a mile in my shoes. His name is Elijah Miles. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, family. Thank you for awarding me. Thank you for having me.
Man, Elijah look like you're like 13 years old.
Right.
Baby,
Y'all, man, it's crazy.
Right. Whose kid is this? Right.
First of all, how long have you been active in the community? And don't tell us about some of the things that you've been able to accomplish, some of the things you've done to help our youth, man, because they are our future.
Okay, so dope. My name is Elijah Miles, chairman of Tendea Family, an organization that's dedicated to advancing Baltimore City's Black community through community service programs of identity and community development. I've been doing work since about 17 or 18. I made a TED Talk when I was about 17 or 18, and I was speaking different places about Baltimore City, mostly in front of white crowds. And I stopped speaking for some years because I recognized that speaking ain't just going to change it. And so that's how Tendea Family was established. I took a step back and said, man, the things that's happening in Baltimore City is going to take more than good words from a young person. And so from 18 all the way up until now, I'm 26 years old, just had a birthday.
Made a birthday, bro.
I've been working with Tendea Family, built by young people, Black young people on Morgan State campus and off of Morgan State campus that really cared about Baltimore City. Because what we saw after the Freddie Gray situation, this what provoked it mostly, is that all of the people that came, CNN, MSNBC, the civil rights leaders from around the country, came to Baltimore City with their cameras after they left Sandtown, after they left, the situation remained the same. And so when you go on Pennsylvania North Avenue, that neighborhood where a lot of people promised they could change that is still the same. And so we recognize that it's going to take some grassroots, on the ground work to really see the situation go forward. And real quick about some of the things we do. With Tendea Family, we run full weekly community programs. The community cleanup, Black men's community cleanup every Sunday on Milton and Monument right now down the hill. We run the Sisters Dinner on Wednesdays for Black women, figure out who they are as Black women and have a safe space for themselves. On Thursdays, we run Man to Man, which is about Black men building up themselves and hold each other accountable because iron sharpens iron. And then lastly, we run the Drawing Board, which is a Black history book club and discussion forum. We call it a solution forum. That's just completely dedicated to changing Baltimore City. So I set a mouthful. Hope you caught that. But just striving to do the work that I feel needs to be done.
You mentioned North Avenue and Penn, an area that a lot of, I know the news cameras were at when we were going through the Freddie Gray incident. And you say it's a lot of work that needs to be done. What do you think needs to be done immediately, short-term and long-term, to fix not just that corner, but a lot of corners that are just like that in Baltimore?
And this goes directly to what we're doing. So what I feel needs to be done is that the people, the Black men, we close to Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Absolutely.
Black men, specifically, the average Joe Black man, for lack of a better term, the Black men that's saying, I'm not on the corner selling drugs. I ain't robbing. My kids ain't acting out there crazy. Those Black men that are going to work and coming home, those Black men have to be more active in their community because we hold politicians accountable. We hold Brandon Scott accountable. We hold the school system accountable. But I think what's really going to change things, what has changed things throughout history, is unify Black men, not running from Baltimore City, but staying in Baltimore City, stepping out in their community and saying, I'm going to change it. I'm not waiting for the government. I'm not waiting for education to change. I'm not waiting for these different factors. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change down here. I'm going to change something. And how we change that is lifting up the effort to like, we are us that's out there, PLM organizations working around the city. How we change that is unify Black men going and dealing with the situations we find in our community, economically, mentally, teaching these Black men what it means to be a Black man, which is something we struggle with. So that's why, lastly, I say that's why most of our programs have been in our focus on our different. What does it mean to be a Black man? What does it mean to be Black? What does it mean to be man? And how does that beneficial to our community?
Kudos to you, my brother. Kudos, man. Keep up the amazing work,
brother. Well said.
Well said, yeah.
If someone wanted to get involved with Tendea family, how can they be involved?
Okay, so we you can get in contact with us on Instagram at Tendea Family, TENDEA Family. You can go on our website, www.tendeafamily.com, or you can just come out to our program. All our programs are open to the public. Come out. If you are a Black male out there or Black female out there that want to get involved in your community, just come out to one of our programs.
Let me ask you something. With the average age of people that are working with your group, I mean, because you said, you've been doing this since you were 17. So is it young people that are involved as well as older people, or most of you guys in your teens and early 20s?
It's a lot of 20-something-year-olds, but we do have some elders that come out there. Sometimes we do have some, not even over 30 elders, but we do have people that come out there sometimes. But really, we definitely try to attract the youth because we feel like they definitely are our future. And if they don't care about Baltimore City, Baltimore City won't go forward. So we try to attract them and pull them in.
Great job, man. Great job, man.
Definitely great job, man.
We need more young people like you doing the work that you're doing because it inspires a whole generation of people that's going to bring about change. So kudos, brother.
26 years old, man. That's amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. And one thing I like as well, man, this is stuff you're talking about, man. I mean, you're talking grassroots. You're talking about hitting the ground. You're talking about being on the ground and making it happen. And you're not talking about pointing fingers. You're talking about, rolling up your sleeves and getting dirty and asking everyone around you to get dirty as well. And I think that's a point that we don't stress enough. We always look, everybody's got, something to say about what to do, but not a lot of folks actually roll up the sleeves and get out there and do it. So, brother, thank you very much. And to be 26 years old, man, amazing, man, amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
For real, I could tell you some of the things I was doing at 26. Awesome. Definitely. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, family.
Once again, man, if you're just tuning in, we are all about the 2021 InspireHIM Awards. Is all being sponsored by AnyoneRise.com, home of the $6,000 trade, and of course, Express Care while waiting the ER. And this next nominee award, entrepreneurship, something that I know about, as I love to say in real life. And we all have to shout out to all the bosses, including all the dads on here. That's your own boss as well. We know that of course, the bottom line is in business is always important. But when a boss goes above and beyond to help the community, they should definitely be spotlighted. For this entrepreneurship award for InspireHIM 2021, we would love to congratulate none other than Pierre Stewart of Pierre Stewart Associates.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
How
Thank
are
you.
you,
Greatly
Pierre?
appreciate it. Fantastic. Thank you. How about you guys? How you gentlemen doing? By the way, I'm loving your dialogue.
Thank you.
I'm loving your dialogue, gentlemen. I'm loving your dialogue.
Of course, you are this year's recipient of the Entrepreneurship Award, and being an entrepreneur, especially in this generation, I always say it's not an option. You should always have multiple streams of income. Like you shouldn't be a person depending on one thing, and if that one thing goes wrong, your life is over. What made you go into entrepreneurship?
Great question, Quick. I appreciate you asking. Entrepreneurship for me I served several mayors in Baltimore city government, and after the daily hustle of every day of working diligently, extremely hard for the citizens of the city of Baltimore to improve the quality of life, I had a light bulb moment one day, and I said, man, I can do this for me, and I can do it better than I'm doing it here. That light bulb clicked on, and I came home and I mentioned it to my wife, and I thought she was going to say, man, you crazy, you ain't quit your job. But no, she said, you know what, you've been unhappy in your professional career for a minute, because I kept feeling like I'm not doing enough. I can't get enough done. I'm not doing enough. So I said, okay, let's switch ships. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It gave me an opportunity to serve the community in a full capacity in a multitude of ways. So I needed to get away from being in a structured environment into an environment that I could create that would make others better, and to show them a path and a way to get to where I got from. And most of my comings and upcomings, I came from a two-family household, and I thank the ancestors for the prayers, man. My mother and my grandmother and my dad. So that's what brought me into entrepreneurship.
Amazing, man. Well, congratulations once again, man. I think it's really important for us to teach. I think Konan spoke about this earlier. Financial literacy and financial empowerment to our young people. They don't teach that in school. Unfortunately, school does not teach you how to become financially savvy. I think that's something that I really want to encourage all of us as dads to do to our circles personally, because a lot of times we find out by trial and error once we messed up the money. Right now, we're all in a position where we can help people not make the mistakes we made.
Great statement. I think on the entrepreneur side, there were a lot of sacrifices I made on the front end to get to the back, to where I am today. So I'm doing well in California, in Florida, here in Maryland. Want to continue to do so, but there were some bumps and bruises, just like the fatherhood thing. I love the fact that you gentlemen are addressing the issues as fathers. I'd much rather address the issues as dads, because I think a dad and a daddy is a much more than what a father is.
Right.
I like my kids when they address me, dad, this, dad, that, much better, because any of us on this situation can be a father, but it takes a true special identification of a man to be a dad. That's a hard role right there, man. We can all be fathers. We can all be fathers. But man, when your daughter comes to you and she say, Daddy, and it's the most important thing in the world to you.
I thought that was me. Like when my daughter or son says, Dad, you feel like the king. That's what
and with my dad, he worked for the United States Post Office, retired from there. He had a part-time job, so we saw him in increments in between jobs, and we had dinner at 6:30. Born and raised in Evanston Village, School of Hard Knocks, first one in the family to get a master's degree. So we came up along the route, and the entrepreneurship has been a true blessing to me. And I love the fact that I'm able to help others get to the entrepreneurship, because one thing we always want to do is do the guidelines of the principle of what you call life. And you can't dictate life based on what someone does. A lot of times, and oftentimes, we have to meet them where they are. And if we don't meet them where they are, I mean, everybody don't want to be a lawyer. Everybody doesn't want to be a doctor. Everybody doesn't want to be a dentist. We got artists. We got water utility guys. We got sanitation workers. It's whatever you need to be that's going to fulfill your mission for what the man upstairs says he wants you to do. And once you follow that and learn who you are, what you are, and what your role is here, you follow that path, and everything else will be guided. And so I've been strict about listening to what's for me and what's not for me, and understanding that every phone call I get, I may not want to work with this individual and or person or company, and it has to suit the needs and meet the needs that require from Pierre Stewart and Associates. And getting on to educating our young men and our young women about entrepreneurship, first thing you got to do is you got to get the education. That's first and foremost. You have to be able to dialogue with the gentlemen and the females that are in the room. Oftentimes we don't teach that aspect of it, and we get lost in the money aspect of it. So if you get that first $1 million contract, you need to know what you're going to do with that first $1 million contract. How much of that $1 million are you really going to get? How much of that $1 million are you really going to save? and then be in a position to say, okay, now that I got this, what am I going to do with it? How am I going to do? Am I going to put my 5% savings up, pay myself first, and then let's talk about bringing some other people who look like me into the table. So now we can all dialogue together, and everybody can start and to begin to eat. I think that's imperative in our community where we watch billions of dollars go out the communities that we serve. Billions.
Trust me, I know.
I mean, if we could just keep a third of that money, man, we could build what we need to build as a union, as a nation, and as a people. I think there's so many opportunities that are available, man. And thank God for the brothers and sisters who are really out here doing their thing and helping. And that goes across the board, man. I don't put agendas on people, places, times, things, or anything. So it's about who you are as an individual. I base you on your heart, not your intelligence.
Hey, Pierre, I got a quick question. I know we're just about out of time, but I got this quick question here. Why is it that, because, you know, my son is around white kids, black kids, Asian, and Hispanics. Why is it that in our community, money mechanics is not taught, credit is not taught, and why we have such a hard time with making sure that in schools or other entrepreneurs make sure that people understand that? Because if my father would have told me how important my credit was and how important it was for me to make sure that the decimal point or the money was in the right place, I wouldn't have been in my late 20s, going in my 30s, getting my credit together.
Cole, I guess the best answer for me to address this is going to be, don't rely on somebody else to teach your children what you need them to know. So the reality of it is, in our counterparts in the Asian world, African-American world, Jewish world, Caucasian world, they teach their kids economics.
Exactly.
We don't teach our kids economics. And this thing called Google and YouTube is a wonderful thing. And if you don't know, go know. Because I can't see a parent not understanding what you need to teach your kids about financial literacy. I had a call the other day from my youngest. Dad, my car broke down, blah, 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 blah. And I said to my youngest, I said, dude, you just got paid Friday and it's Tuesday. Are you calling me? And he knows better. He knows, look, you got to have this set up in the envelope in the house under the mattress like mom and dad did, and you have that reserve. And if you don't have that reserve, man, there are going to become times when you're going to be SOL. I mean, there's nobody that's going to be able to help you. So, and I can say this from a parentless position now, that my parents didn't teach me what to do when I become parentless. So now I'm trying to teach these kids and my kids and other kids about what it takes to go to strive to be what you need to be, survive, take care of yourself, your family, and their needs, because I ain't going to be here. I know this is temporary for me. I'm going to give you everything I have, and God's been enough to make you successful. But I need you to put the work in. You have got to put the work in.
That's
and
right.
If you don't put the work in, then you got an open hand. If you don't put the work in, you can't get it. If it's closed, you're not getting anything. If you open it up, and there's individuals that's on the screen with me, man, who teach those important lessons in life through the best way that we learn is through our ears. And I appreciate what you guys do on a daily basis. God bless how you do it, the way you do it, and keep pumping that information and that data into the young minds of children, period. Because you never know how you're going to influence somebody.
What's so amazing what he just said, fellas, is that that was actually my vitamin of the day today. My vitamin of the day today was dreams only work if you do the work. There's no substitute for hard work. Any dream is obtainable, any dream. But a lot of us dream big, but our work ethic is small. And then we get frustrated when the dream doesn't become a reality. No, every dream is obtainable if you're willing to fully commit. You can't work hard when it's convenient for you.
And quick, what I used to say, things don't work unless you do.
You absolutely. It's no substitute. You got to put in the hard work, dedication, and consistency. But Pierre, congratulations once again. You are our 2021 Entrepreneur Award recipient. So congratulations, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for this prestigious award. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a blessed day. Happy Father's Day, brother.
Happy Father's Day, gentlemen.
Happy Father's Day.
Of course, this is all being brought to you once again by AnyoneRides.com, home of the $6,000 trade. Express Care, while waiting, the ER.com. And one more shout out to Conscious Candles. Their website is ConsciousCandlesCompany.com. They provided some amazing giveaways for all of our award winners tonight.
And plus all the honorees tonight, they're also going to get $200.
Nice.
The Inspire Him 2021 award. So that's going to be very, very dope. And fellas, we did it.
Yeah,
we did it. All right.
Happy Father's Day, fellas. Happy Father's Day to all of y'all, man. Y'all, except for Brian, but everybody else, happy Father's Day.
Allegedly.
Listen,
Hey, look.
No.
meet me at Konan house. I'm going to Cole's house for Father's Day.
Okay.
I'm going to mess with my guy. I see you soon, Cole.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That might be the plan. That might be the
Wear
plan.
your mask.
Well, look, definitely want to say before we go, man, congratulations to all the nominees. Definitely congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing to be nominated by, people that think very highly of you in the community. So this is a dope thing tonight, man. And brothers, thank y'all for coming here and looking sharp. You know what I mean? And thank you to Chops Bow Tie for being in the building as well. Thank y'all, fellas. Thank you.
I'm this close to standing up.
And hey, Tyler, take us
God,
out.
God.
Yeah.
Let me
Hold on, you know what? Whoa.
What?
We said everybody. We got to give a big shout out to Black Chakra. We got to give another shout out.
Yes, Black
You
Chakra.
We got to do that.
Yeah.
Now, as I stand up,
No.
God.
And we're
Happy
done.
Father's Day, everybody.
Thank you for watching the 2021 Inspire Him Awards, presented by AnyoneRides.com and Express Care. Promotional items provided by